Week 14, Part 2, 27.1, Language on the Move. Language on the move. Socrates or Plato warned that written words couldn't speak, and that they would lose meaning. In slanguage, we hear about risks of languages that aren't alive. We also hear about how errors in language use often become new terms or even new languages. But the same errors also result in judgment and feed discrimination. Mina Shaughnessy looked closely at such errors and found that there was a logic connecting common uses of language that were seen as flawed to outsiders. As a result of her work and the work of other scholars across disciplines and continents, we now have a far more complex understanding of what errors in written language mean and what they don't mean. Researchers have also recognized that standard American English isn't standardized and comes in many varieties. If the goal of language usage is to communicate, any group entering a new situation or environment or experiencing new technologies has to create new ways to communicate. Any other group who has already developed new uses of language that are unfamiliar to the other groups will struggle to be understood. Looking at the way you use creative language in new and social spaces is connected not only to the creation of new language that moves through cultures and contexts, but it also allows you to see the clever ways you are already innovating in the spaces where you feel free to play. When informed by expectations of academic discourse, bringing your creativity and innovation into your academic writing can result in new ways of seeing and thinking about the content and related concepts, which will improve your work on every level. But just as audience grounds and frames your communications beyond the university, remember to let genre and assignment and discipline and intention frame your academic writing too. Our intention in the textual evaluation is to look at the moves we make in order to be understood when we communicate in writing. When we realize that all aspects of language and language use shift and are alive, we can use our writing as connected to a far larger web of communication that spans spaces and connects us to audiences across places. Assignment 27.1. After listening to slanguage, respond to each of the following. Shankar raises the question of the overlap between clear thinking and clear writing, and how these relate to the teaching of writing. What is he asking? What is the answer he is given? And what is your opinion? Number 2. Discuss what was said about errors in language use and how language use can be connected to judgment. After summarizing the discussion, offer your response.